For the men that say, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free, we've got a little update for you. 80% of women are against marriage because... why buy the entire pig just to get a little sausage?
80% of women are not against marriage. You see, the reason why men are against marriage is because, one, these ladies want to go and have all this kind of fun out there in the streets. Why the hell would I need to get married if all these girls are giving it up for free? That's point number one. Point number two is that why the hell would a man get married if he's liable to lose half of his crap? And girls will say, oh, well, women can lose half their crap too. No, no, no. You see, women marry up. Men do not marry up. Men cannot marry up because women are the selectors of the species. These girls will complain until the end of day. Marriage is oppressive. I have to take his last name. In fact, we got a clip right here, which I'll show you in a second. But these girls will complain about, oh, I'm being oppressed. You don't need to get married. You know what? But as you know, the longer you go single, if you want to get to 30, 40, and 50 and be single, I mean, have fun with the cats, ladies. But let me just show you this TikTok as well before we crack into today's video, gentlemen.
What are some things you've noticed that are blatantly sexist, but are so normalized?
I grew her from scratch, like literally her bones, her heart, her brain, her whole body. I grew it from scratch with my body, and then I hosted her in my body for 9 months as she grew, 9 painful months, and then I birthed her into this world, and yet she has my husband's last name.
What are some...
Yeah, guys, because that's just so incredibly sexist. You see, what she's not talking about there is what the man has to be in the relationship. You see, these girls, they'll complain, oh yeah, well, I have to do all of this, I have to do all of this for men. There are plenty of men out there who will accept you the way you are. You can be overweight, you can not take baths, and men will still accept you. There'll be simps out there ready to pay your way in life at every step of the way. Okay, men do not get afforded that. Right? When guys say I'm alone, it means they're damn well alone. When girls say they're alone, it means they've got 50 guys in their inbox that they can choose from, and they will still complain about men's quote-unquote entitlement. In fact, today, guys, one of the articles we're going to be looking at is about men's entitlement because, you know, apparently we're asking out, you know, we're just asking for too much. I will say this, men's standards are not that damn high. They're really not. Guys, we're really simple creatures. These girls want to pretend like we're some enigma that has to be figured out, and if they figure us out, oh well, it's just really difficult, right? It's really difficult to not be for the streets. Absolute craziness. But guys, if you're new here, you're liking the videos, make sure you subscribe on your way in. Come and join the Discord link in the description if you haven't already. And as always, guys, if you would like to support the channel, the Patreon is a great way to do that. So if you're interested in becoming a supporter of the channel, you like the message of the channel, this is a great way to do it. And the link for that is somewhere below the video. But guys, we might jump into today's article first before we crack into the real meat of today's video. So I'm just going to pull that up for us real quickly here. Now, you might look at this article and you'd think to yourself, Taylor, this is absolutely stupid. And you're right, it absolutely is. The title is, we need to call out men's entitlement more often. And these are called flares, I've come to know, having... Guys, I'm not a fan of Reddit. I'm just going to put that out there. The people on here are just absolutely ridiculous. You'll get men on here that'll ask for relationship advice, and you'll get all the girls in the comments just encouraging him to have no standards or boundaries. Like, if you want to get relationship advice, guys, do not go to Reddit. Okay, that's how you get cucked, it seems. But the flair on this, which I've learnt is what they're called, is the audacity of scrotes. Now, I don't know what this means, but I think this is just a term they use to insult men. I don't know what that means. If someone wants to write it in the comments, if it won't get banned. But anyway, men on Reddit and elsewhere love to claim women are entitled for asking for basic things. Apparently, we're not entitled to anything. Yeah, gentlemen, because being over 6 foot, earning over 6 figures, having a large, gift down there, right? That's also, all of these things are reasonable to ask for. If you break this down by the percentage of men that are in those demographics, you will run out of men real damn fast. There are not a lot of men over 6 foot. There are not a lot of men earning over 6 figures, much less ones that are single and would want to deal with you. You see, the things that you're asking for, they're not basic. They're rare. They're very rare a lot of the times. Anyway, apparently we're not entitled to anything. Yeah, you're not entitled to 6 figures, generally speaking. You're just not. You're just not. You want to come in here with your 30k paycheck and say, well, here I am, I love you. No, first of all, no, you don't. Second of all, you're not entitled to his money. I don't know why I have to say that, guys. But anyway, I'm ranting on too much. What are the people calling it nowadays? The waffling, yeah. Woof woof, right? Not to be seen as a human being instead of a living fun toy. Not to basic communication from our partners. Not the chance of feeling any pleasure during the fun. Not to have any boundaries in a relationship. Nothing. We're going to come back to this in a second. Listen to that drivel long enough and you'd think we exist at their pleasure alone. Is that what men think they're entitled to? They're entitled to a woman to pick up where their mothers left off. They're entitled to fun on demand and on their terms alone. They're entitled to their partner just putting up with their whims, no nagging. Complaining about no nagging, beautiful. They're entitled to the same lifestyle in a relationship marriage that they had when single, and their partners should shouldering the added work. They're entitled to women who have youth and beauty where they have neither. Dude, these girls get so bitter. And the reason I did a video like a couple of hours ago, guys, maybe you've seen it. But the one on the womanist who pulled up the video on marriage, and she was getting frustrated that men were liking younger women and, you know, women who were quote unquote domesticated, right? And she was getting mad about that. And there was another article in there about girls getting mad at guys liking younger women. I don't know it's only a big deal to the girls that can't get attention anymore. You see, when they're young and beautiful, this isn't a problem. You know what I mean? But when they're looking like more and more like a witch, right? Then it becomes a problem because they're not getting the attention that they used to get. You see that, guys? You see how, like, all of these, you'll notice, gentlemen, right? That all of these arguments about morals and all questions that girls have about morals and ethics only come up when they are lacking attention. You see what I mean? And one final point I want to make before we continue with this, gentleman, is you guys notice how a certain website that, its logo was black and orange, if you know what I'm talking about. That website coincidentally took a lot of, you may have noticed that a lot of content got removed. They went through a big thing where a lot of content had to be removed from their platform. And you notice how that issue coincided with the rise of OF. So when girls were, signing up in record numbers to the online spicy sites to sell themselves, that's when they all had an issue and started these petitions against the bigger sites because they didn't want to lose the attention. You see that? They realized that, hey, these websites with the fun videos on them, they're actually decreasing the amount of attention I get, And so it became a matter of buy local. Yeah, guys, your night workers are insisting that you buy local fresh produce. Like, oh my goodness, man. It's so ridiculous. You see, these ethical questions, girls being concerned about all this crap comes up. It only comes up when their attention goes away. That's literally it. It's really disgusting, man. Like this whole morals thing, oh my goodness. These people don't even know for the most part how morals operate. But anyway. Blah, blah, blah. They're entitled to waste years or decades of your life while they find themselves and what they want in life. Yeah, he never liked you in the first place. They're entitled to fun parts of parenthood while women remain to handle the lion's share of child rearing. They're entitled to tell women what we should want and settle for in a relationship, to demand that we compromise for them. Yeah, it's almost like you're shopping out of your damn price range, isn't it? It's almost like these men are demanding things of you because they have to bring something to the table. You want a guy who earns 6 figures and is stable and, who's loyal to only... You want a guy who's 6 foot, 6 figures, highly intelligent, hits the gym. You want all of these things, and you want him to just accept you as you are? No. See, men have demands too. You don't like it, you can get the hell out. But what's happening is you're shopping above your price range. Guys, we're going to take a break from this article here. And to slice up the video a bit, to keep it a bit more spicy and interesting, we're going to go back into another TikTok here, which I thought that you guys might enjoy. And you already know the theme of these, so fair warning, it's pretty stupid, right? Let's crack into it and see if I've got the right one pulled up.
Say that I'm so controversial, but I think the most controversial thing I have ever done is to stick around. If you're a girl, you have to play the game. What is that game? You are allowed to be pretty and cute and sexy, but don't act too smart. Don't have an opinion. Women have been so oppressed for so long, and they believe they have to back a man to get the job done. As women, we have to start appreciating our own worth. And
What is... someone please explain to me what this is? Right, and this is coming from an animated little anime character in the bottom of the screen. But someone please tell me what the hell this is about. No, seriously. I love the speech. I love it. I love how we're just encouraging the cat behavior. You know, it's fine, guys. Like, at the end of the day, here's how it is. If these people don't want to back a man, that's totally fine. They don't have to. They can go and be strong and independent. But you understand that independent means independent, right? It's like, what you'll notice how all the women in the audience nodding along, they're like, yeah, are the ones that are past their prime. You notice that, guys? It's like, nobody's saying that girls can't join the workforce. Nobody's saying that you can't have your own opinions. Nobody's saying that you can't be educated and, you know, be as intellectual as you like. Nobody's saying that. And what they're trying to frame it here is though, they're trying to frame it as though men like dumb women, right? But the truth is that smart women will not select men that are dumber than them. You see what I'm saying? It's not the men that qualify these people. It's not the men going, well, I don't want a partner because she's too smart. Right? It's not that. Men will disqualify partners on the basis of being opinionated, because what opinionated means is nagging. Let's be honest. Let's call it for what it is. Being opinionated is not being opinionated. Being opinionated in this context means you nag the hell out of him. And wow, it's an absolute shocker, guys, that men don't want to deal with people that are going to nag them and be on their toes all the time. Like, it's if you're looking for that guy who runs a business, you know, he's successful, he's in shape and stuff, he does not have time to be putting up with your nagging. Just because you come and join the relationship with your 30k a year and thinking that you're entitled to a man who earns 100k a year, is in the gym, and, you know, you think that all you have to bring to the table is your time and energy, it's like, what are you even talking about, bro? You're the one that See, these girls, what they'll try and frame it as is, well, men don't want us because we're dumb. That's not true at all. You don't want men who are below you, so you shoot your shot upwards. And there's nothing wrong with shooting your shot upwards, but there's going to be a lot of compromises that you have to make. And girls do not want to make a single compromise, because they think that they're entitled to a man above them by default. It's disgusting. It really is.
And each other's worth. Seek out strong women to befriend, to align yourself with, to learn from, to be inspired by, to collaborate with, to support. To everyone who gave me hell, said, I could not. Your resistance made me the woman that I am today.
Yeah, and how do you feel about the woman you are today? Are you happy or are you broken? Like, that's... You see, people aren't, like, you know, people on this side of the internet aren't saying crap to these girls to be mean. Like, that's where it gets conflated, guys. Like, I don't make these videos to be mean to these people. I had a laugh at her outfit before then, sure. But, like, if you're wearing a stupid outfit, expect to be laughed at. It is what it is. But no, it's not as if, like, when we talk about this stuff, gentlemen, it's not as if we want the worst for these girls. Right? When guys say, hey, maybe you should pick a partner earlier in life rather than waiting until you're 40. You can wait till 40 if you want. All that damages is yourself. Like, really, like, these people want to view criticism as though it's a personal attack. It's like, guys, we're not saying that you have to undereducate yourself. We're not saying that you can't have your jobs or your opinions or anything like that. You could go out and do those things. But we're trying to outline to you that there are consequences to those things. Okay, like this whole live like a man thing. It's not as if it goes without consequences, right? And again, people aren't saying it to be mean to you. Oftentimes, people are saying it to help you out. You know, if you guys watch I've been watching a couple of Fresh and Fit episodes for the first time in recent days, and you know, the girls that they have on the show, man, it's like nobody's trying to bash the girls, really. Like, at the end of the day, if they took the advice that was given to them, they'd be a lot better off, really. Let's continue.
People say that I'm so controversial, but I think the most...
That was the end of the video. So, guys, we're going to pull it up and finish the article here today. But, you know, speeches like that, fantastic. You can be all that you want in life, but just understand that it comes with a set of consequences, and men do not have to deal with you if they don't want to. Like, we simply don't. This whole thing about, like, guys just have to be there and you're a real man if you're there. Let me tell you this. We do not have to be places we don't. And men are realizing that. Hey, you want to play the Xbox? You want to play World of Warcraft? Cool. I mean, what's the alternative? Really? Like, what is it? They're entitled to do bad things to girls who don't comply. Hell, I just saw a post where a man felt entitled to something his partner so he could go partying without her hearing her nag. Oh my goodness. If I was Replicant Fish, I'd have like a really like sarcastic comment to make. But I feel like Replicant Fish is the only person that can make those comments and get away with it. Like, anyway, shout out to Replicant Fish. Great videos. And while I'm of the opinion she should have left his butt much sooner, how is being this an appropriate consequence? Male entitlement is dangerous. We could lose so much giving into a man's whims. Women lose their careers, their healths, or even their lives so that their husbands have it easier. Excuse me. Do some women do this? Sure. But I don't have to tell women here who not to literally harm their partners for personal gain. Our entitlements don't actually cause harm provided our partners want to be with us. Yeah, that's the thing. Nobody wants to be with you if you're entitled. Oh my goodness. It's like, what is even logic to these people, right? Like, guys, I'm gonna put it out there. You know, I'm not the smartest guy. I'm not the stupidest guy either, right? I'm just a normal guy, right? You know, but these people can't even string the most basic logic together. You know what I mean? It's like, it's hard for them to understand that their entitlements make men not want to deal with them. Okay, and this is like a fairly universal thing. You know, you'll get guys who will put up with your crap, but a lot of them are just tired, man. Just absolutely tired. You think that your entitlements are basic stuff. They're really not. Really not. See, men just want someone who's not in competition with them. It's really simple. They don't want a competitor in the relationship. Okay? Girls want to be provided for a lot of the times. You know, or have like, six figures and a nice body and stuff like that. Those things are not easy to acquire, guys. Hell, height. The thing about height, guys, I mean, you can't even acquire that. It's like, how are you supposed to acquire that? You can wear some shoes, you can call yourself a bit taller. But, you know, if you're 5'4", 5'5", you're essentially, you're out of a lot of girls' books, right? Anyway, blah, blah, blah. The low-value men who balk at such ideas, taking care of themselves and giving their partners a fun time, can see themselves out of a relationship. But often they don't. They'll go to any lengths to secure that relationship and beat your self-esteem down to the point where their expectations are non-existent. They get to have what they want and you don't. Yeah, it's almost like when you shoot above, you have to make the compromises, not the person above you. You see, if you want a guy who's above you and you'll know that he's above you, right? It's because you're shooting your shot up at him. You see what I'm saying? It's like these guys who are above you, yeah, you have to bring something to the table for the first time in your damn life. You can't just exist and expect things. I know that's crazy to say, but a lot of guys will go through relationships, and it's really sad to see, gentlemen. Like, nothing really irks me more, for lack of a better word, than seeing dudes in relationships where there's just no respect at all. Like, I really dislike that. And the reason for that is because, like, a lot of guys are good guys. You're just listening to what you've been told, and what you've been told is incorrect. Like, you'll get these guys who are fantastic guys, you know, they'll want to do good things for their partner. They've got their hobbies, they care about other people. Like, they're genuinely good people. And they're in these relationships just being absolutely destroyed. Right? And the reason they're being destroyed is because what's happening is the girls are they'll start off by they'll get a good guy, right? And what they'll do is, they'll make one demand, and then the guy will concede, and then they'll make another, and another, and another, and before you know it, she just has absolutely no respect for you. Because if you had respect for yourself, you wouldn't be doing all of this crap, because keep in mind, the behavior is getting worse over time. You see what I'm saying? She feels deserving of all of these things. She's absolutely not. And it just makes me sad, man, like when dudes are in this relationship and they don't understand that respect has to come first, and you're not there as some sort of handyman wallet tool thing that she can just pull out whenever she wants. It's like these guys get their name called, and then the first thing they do is they just run to the girl and they're like, "Ah, yes, princess, is there anything I can do for you?" It's just disgusting. But anyway, show interest, invest up front, be a person of value. I can see how that sounds like a lot to someone who isn't already at this level, but it's pocket change compared to the many things men expect from women today. And if you balked at those three things, I guarantee nobody is asking them of you. Here's the thing about this entire article, gentlemen, and I'm sure if you've been watching my content for a little while, or you're wise and up to this stuff, maybe you're an older gentleman, you've been around the block a couple times, you will know that what's happening here is this girl is shopping out of her damn price range. That's all that's happening. She's shopping out of her damn price range, because the thing about this is, men don't ask for a lot. You know, and if you want to come into a relationship and you want to talk about lack of bedroom fun and all this kind of crap, men can afford to do that when they're above you. Absolutely. They absolutely can. And let's just wrap up today's video, guys, with this little clip here that we're going to briefly look at. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And it's not playing? Hang on.
So I went out on a Tinder date the other day. Starts good. Dinner's good. We even decided to go watch a movie at his house after. And a little sexy time happens. We're not against sexy time. We like sexy time. So sexy time usually makes you hungry. And we decide to get tacos. So I hop in the car and I look over at homeboy who's on his phone. I'm thinking he's going to pick a slow jam for us to go get our munch on. And no, he's got Tinder open and he's matching with chicks and responding to girls he's already matched with. I'm no expert, but I kind of think you should wait till a girl you've just hooked up with, 1, leaves your house, 2, leaves your car before you start scouting out your next conquest.
So if you didn't catch that at the start, by the way, guys, I had the volume a bit low, but I'm gonna play out what scenario she was involved in here. So just listen to this.
So I went out on a Tinder date the other day.
So she was on a Tinder date herself with the guy, and she's mad that he's still on Tinder. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, just absolutely beautiful stuff out here, guys. You can't make it up. But gentlemen, we're going to leave today's video there. As always, if you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe on your way out. Come and join the Discord, link in the description if you haven't already. And as always, if you'd like to support the channel, guys, the link to the Patreon is below. So if you're looking to become a supporter, that's a fantastic way to do it. And the link is somewhere below the video. But guys, we're going to call it there. As always, take care of yourselves, and I will see you boys in the next one. Peace.